The 2024 severe weather season is just around the corner, and with El Nino expected to linger into most of the spring, how does that translate into the number of tornadoes we may see across the U.S. and where we most likely see severe weather? Find out that and more coming your way next. Welcome back, everybody, to the Weather Nerds YouTube channel. I am Greg Majeski, and to all my returning subscribers, first I want to thank you for coming back. And if you're new to the channel and you've not yet subscribed, help this Army veteran out and this baby YouTuber with this channel. If you like what you see with this report, please consider subscribing. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you're alerted on future content, and give me a thumbs up. 2 thumbs up there, and if you leave a comment down below, I really do appreciate the support, as that does help with trying to grow this channel. All right, we're looking at the upcoming severe weather season for 2024. We're kind of looking back here at the tornadoes across the country in 2023, and we were dealing with a La Nina year most of the year, so they were kind of clustered in 2 different areas here, mostly here and across the southeast. What's sometimes referred to as Dixie Alley, and again up here into the Midwest, you kind of see the clusters of the more severe tornadoes up there in the yellow and a couple of reds. And we had 2 EF4s last year. The most significant one was the one that struck on March 21st, 2023 in Rolling Rock, Mississippi. Now, what was so scary about that particular storm was that it did strike at night, and boy, when those tornadoes come at night, you can't see them coming. Very dangerous situation, and that tornado pretty much leveled the town of Rolling Rock as that storm went through. It caused upwards of about $100 million in damage. In fact, we had over $1 billion in tornado damages in 2023. So what we're taking a look right here is the number of tornadoes going back the last 18 years. And last year we finished up at about 1,350 total there. So we were pretty close to average here for the year. But it didn't start out that way. We were starting in the La Nina season. That's the phase of the El Nino Southern Oscillation. In fact, we actually had a record number of tornadoes, 466 through March 31st. But then as La Nina began to fade and we started transitioning toward El Nino, it kind of flattened out. Now, you go back further in time, go back to 2011 and 2008, these 2 up here, we had over 2,000 for the year for both those years. And guess what? We were in a La Nina phase for most of those years. So a quick reminder of what the El Nino Southern Oscillation is. It is kind of the tale of 2 Earths. You have the warm phase, which is El Nino, that's the Earth on top, and the cool phase, which is the Earth down below. Now, La Nina is caused when we have strong trade winds pushing warmer waters into the Western Pacific. And the reverse is true for El Nino, with the weakening of the trade winds and the warmer waters pool in the Eastern Pacific. And the different phases of the El Nino Southern Oscillation are so critical because it has such a profound impact on how the jet stream flows across the country. So far here in 2024 for January, we had an average number of tornadoes so far. So what you're looking at here is a graph showing January's going back in previous years. And you can see we had about 46, so it's about normal for this year, the little red line right there. You see the spike from last year. This is 2023, this is 2015, this is 1999. Those were all La Nina years, and we had increased number of tornadoes reported across the country when we were in a La Nina phase. Now, currently, we're still in an El Nino phase, but we got a transitioning taking place. The El Nino is going to be losing its grip, and La Nina is forecasted to come back in here as we head into later into the spring, and definitely going through the summer months and going into later into the second half of 2024. So there is a direct correlation, as we've seen so far with the graphs, and I got another map I'm going to show you here, that between those different phases of El Nino and La Nina that causes a spike in severe weather activity. And this is a very good study map here. This El Nino is on your left, and La Nina is on your right. La Nina is when you're at the heaviest of activity. You see it here kind of blustered here across areas of Texas and into the south central parts of the United States. In an El Nino phase, you see less activity as far as hail storms and as well as tornadoes as well for that phase of the jet stream. So we're making that transition. So what I'm thinking is, because the fact that we're going to be seeing this transition take place a little bit later in the year, I don't think we'll see a spike in activity across the southeast or the south central United States. It'll be a little bit later. I think it'll be further north, because as we go later into the summer, the jet stream begins to shift further and further off toward the north. So we're talking about areas of the traditional tornado alley zone. So we're talking about these areas right in here. And going to zoom in a little bit closer here, I want to show you where I think we're going to see a spike in activity, say late spring and into early summer. And I think it's going to be up here in the high plains. We're talking about this area right in here where I believe we'll see increased tornado activity potential as we make that transition from El Nino to La Nina as we head in toward late spring and early summer. Now, I'm not saying that the folks in Dixie Alley will not see activity, obviously, with severe weather, because we're still in an El Nino phase. You still got an active jet pattern there as far as bringing storm systems in, but you're just not going to see the more frequently. They'll be a little less frequent because we're still holding on to El Nino. So looking forward for the seasonal temperature outlook here for March, April, and May across the United States. You can see we're looking at above normal temperatures across the Northeast, especially here across the Northwest, looking at above normal temperatures, and a big chunk of the country looking at temperatures either pretty average for this time of year. Could be colder, could be warmer, but generally kind of average for that time period. Now, the precipitation outlook for this period still showing the El Nino influence there. You got weather normal conditions here across areas of the southeast, so that means folks across the south, when you get in March and April, still be prepared. I'm not saying you're not going to see tornadoes across the south. Dixie Alley can definitely still see tornadoes. It's just that because of El Nino's influence, maybe we're not as frequent as, say, compared to a La Nina year. So you need to make sure that you stay prepared. And as we've seen images like these in 2023. We'll see them again in 2024. It's just all about preparedness. So make sure you stay alert and make sure you stay close with your National Weather Service offices wherever you are in the country. And if you don't have a NOAA weather radio, I'm going to leave a link down below in the description so you can kind of link and buy you one. As we've seen during this edition, you know when you get tornadoes that come in at night, you definitely want to be alerted and make sure that you can get out of harm's way should the big storm come knocking on your front door. All right, that's it for now. That's the latest here. And again, I do appreciate you. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please consider it. If you like what you saw, please subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you learn on future content. And give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what you liked. Tell me what you didn't like as I continue to try to grow and improve this product as I continue through 2024. That's your update for now. You guys take it easy. We'll see you on the next edition. Till then, be good, stay safe out there, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.